Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. As I've been going through the Necromunda Ash Wastes, I'm looking at my tabletop and I want to expand some of the vertical terrain. And so I picked up the Thedos Pattern Extended Hab module. This is $110 and that's full retail off the shelf. Sometimes you go to your friendly local game stores, you can get a discount. Now let's see what you get for 110 because it does seem pricey for just one terrain piece. So let's see, we got our instructions here, and it is a solid block of plastic. Okay, so it looks like these are the standard frames that you get for the hab module. It looks like this is what makes it extended, this one frame in here. So this is basically, how many hab modules could you make out of this? Looks like you could make one standard hab module and one extra platform. Okay, that's cool. And then you have this piece to make it extendable. Alright, so we're going to get this together and get it on my ash waste table and see how it looks. Now I finished assembling the extended hab module here, and got it on the table here, but let's do a close look at it. So I've picked the fully extended, so this is the highest it will go as it's designed. And when I assemble these, I try to make it so it's as storable as possible in the box. So I was following the directions, so certain parts I didn't glue down, and I always make it so the roof comes off so I can play on the inside. Something else I did is I glued this part down, this part I left off. That way I was looking at this and there's other things I could probably insert and I start building more verticality in there. So I like that about this piece here. And then something else to do is they tell you right at the beginning, don't attach this piece. This will fit on any of the hab modules if you already have them. But what I like to do, this actually can be built so that it just snaps in, because it becomes a lot easier to store in a box with on its side next to this. Alright, so overall, once you've built a couple of these, like the regulars, since it is just like building a regular, they become pretty simple to get together and pretty quick to put up and install. And I'm looking forward to adding it to the table here. So let's go ahead and you see the tables in the background. Let's see how this thing's going to look. Now what I have here is the mat that came with the ash waste box. I have all the terrain, got some of the quad bikes, and one of the ridge haulers on there. And so what I wanted to do is add this to it. And you can have a little fun I need one of the different ladders there. But you can see there, it fits in pretty nicely. Now, would I buy a second one of these? Maybe. What I'm actually thinking of doing is buying two, make it a really long one. That really starts crowding the table, because I already had some pieces I was looking at Necromunda. I would have to say, for the extended hab block, normally if you're in a Necromunda group, there's going to be that one guy that buys everything. In mine, that's me. Leave it to that guy to build. Okay. For the cost right here, it's a fun piece to have, but it isn't absolutely essential. Even in the Ash Waste, a lot of the terrain isn't absolutely essential. There's cheaper terrain you can get out there. These hab blocks are fun, and honestly, for a 3x3, you really only need one set of the base box and throw some other stuff together. So this is kind of like a throwaway piece. Now, one thing I will say is I built it high, because you can see the ridge when you put the little ramp, put the walkway, okay, right here. The ridge hauler will go underneath the walkway, but only if you have the really high buildings. So I actually bought this piece to go here, so the ridge hauler can go underneath. All right, overall, happy with the piece, and like I said, keep it to one at least. All right, well, thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs. We'll see you next time.